The truth about your life is that it is very malleable. Now you might be asking, Noah, what does malleable mean? It means that you can change it. It doesn't matter what circumstances that you are in. You can change your life. You can make the decision to change your life. And I'm gonna go over all that in this video. So let's just jump right into it. Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Noah, back again with another YouTube video. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I help people awaken to their true abilities through wellness and spirituality, aka Noah's Ark. And thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. In today's video, it's actually going to be a very special video because I want to talk about the truth about your life. If you guys aren't familiar with my series, this is going to go into my The Truth About series, which is where I make a video about what I think is the truth on a certain subject. So if you want to check out more of these videos, there's a playlist actually in my description. But yes, this video is going to be very important because I'm going to be going over the truth about your life, you know, and some of this stuff you might not want to hear, right? But I want to be 100% honest and transparent with all of you because I feel like it will be in your best interest and it will help you lead towards the life of prosperity and abundance, you know. And the really amazing thing about your life is that it is very malleable. Like you saw in the intro, we have the ability to change our life regardless of where we are. You know, you hear a lot of success stories about homeless people who once were homeless and ended up becoming very successful, right? If you are familiar with the NBA, there's a lot of success stories that have come from that organization. You know, a lot of people, not a lot, but there have been certain players that actually were homeless before they got into the NBA. Like if you look up Dennis Rodman, you know, NBA legend, right? A couple other of these guys have been in the same situation where they were actually homeless, but they went from being homeless to being very successful. And a lot of people will say, oh, you know, that's very rare, you know, that only happens once in a blue moon, you know, but in reality, that's a limiting belief, you know what I mean? Because the truth is that you can embody success for yourself, you know what I mean? And you can embody that same life, you know, it doesn't matter where you come from, right? Now, the biggest thing in terms of changing your life and the truth about your life is that it's all based off of perception. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, in my life I've had it really good. You know what I mean? I've been very fortunate with the situation that the universe has put me in, right? But at the same time, I understand that I could be very stressed out very easily. You know, my life is very, there's a lot of things that are going on in my life, you know what I mean? And I could be very stressed out, you know, if I wanted to. I could complain a lot. You know, there's a lot of things that I could be ungrateful for. You know what I mean? And, you know, like I said before, I have had it really good, you know what I'm saying? In today's world, you know, because of my skin color, right, I get away with a lot more things than a lot of other people. But at the same time, you know, I don't have the best life, you know what I mean? Like I didn't come from riches, you know what I mean? I didn't come from a lot of money. Regardless of your situation, you also can be grateful for a lot in your life. You know, it goes back to perception, right? You can choose to look at your life in a very negative light, right? Or you could look at it as an opportunity for you to grow. You know what I mean? I think that it is beneficial if you are in an environment where there isn't a lot of, you don't come from a lot of money, because then you can kind of learn how to build your way up. You know, you have to work towards success. You know, it's not necessarily handed to you on a silver platter. And, you know, so you can choose to look at your life like that, or you can choose to look at the things that might be holding you back in your life, or the things that you can choose to be ungrateful for. But the problem with this is that once we start complaining, then it starts giving us excuses in order for us not to change our life. You know, we start to just get caught up in the excuses and the complaints that we don't actually see the beauty of this life. You know what I mean? If you are watching this video, in general, you already have a leg up on a lot of different people. You know, you already have an advantage. You know, just being able to watch this video alone is something to be grateful for. You know, let alone if you have a roof over your head, right? If you have a bed to sleep on. You know, some people can't say the same. And so that is why it is important to put your life in perspective. You know what I mean? Because you can use all of these advantages to your advantage, right? You can use all of these things to be grateful for as a way to help build you, you know, help create the life that you want to, and ultimately change your life. And so that is why it is important to understand, you know, that your life might not look the greatest right now. You know, there might be a place where you want to be and you're not at that level yet, right? But you can always take steps towards that direction. You know, and your life can look exactly how you want it to look. You know what I mean? People can treat you exactly how you want to be treated, right? People in your life can be beautiful, you know, regardless of what situation you're in. It's all about perspective. You know, how do you view yourself? That's another question. Do you view yourself in a very negative way, right? Do you feel unworthy of a lot of goals that you set out for yourself? Do you feel unworthy of making a lot of money, right? These are all limiting belief systems that a lot of humans embody. You know, these are the belief systems that I inherited within my own subconscious mind. But the beautiful thing about having negative belief systems is that you can always change your mind. You know, you can always reprogram your subconscious mind, right? And start to believe that money doesn't grow, or that money actually does grow on trees, right? That was one of the negative belief systems that I got handed down, was that money actually doesn't grow on trees. But if you really think about it, physically, you know, there's not going to be dollar bills hanging off of trees. But if you think of an apple tree, right? If you grow an apple tree for a certain amount of years and you have these big, ripe, nice apples on your tree, you know, you can always pick them and you can choose to eat them, or you can choose to sell them for money. So in reality, money can grow on trees, and it does grow on trees. You know, when you think of the farmer's market and people growing food, you know, they're essentially growing money, because a lot of that food that they grow, you know, obviously some of it's for themselves, but a lot of it is to selling. And so, you know, it's little perception changes like this that is going to help you to change your life, and it's going to help you be able to realize that your life you don't have to suffer. You know, we weren't bred on this planet to suffer as individuals. You know what I mean? We have been incarnated on this planet to realize our true power. And our true power is that we can create the life that we want to each and every day. You know, freedom is our birthright. Abundance is our birthright. It just comes down to believing in yourself. You know, what are some things that you want to pursue that you might be holding back on because you're afraid of what someone else is going to say? Whether it's a family member, whether it's a friend, right? Whether it's a classmate, whether it's a coworker. What is something that you've been wanting to do? You know, if you've made it this far into the video, it means that you're on the path to change your life. But there might be something that is holding you back. You know, whether it's a negative belief system or whether it's a self-doubt issue, right? The key to changing your life is being able to identify what is, you know, holding you back from living the life of your dreams, because living the life of your dreams simply means doing what you want each and every day. You know, regardless of if you have a job, right? If you have a job, I have a job right now, and I understand that that job is needed for me right now. But, you know, eventually I'll be able to record YouTube videos each and every day, and that will be my job. You know, it will be my full-time job. But, you know, so it doesn't really matter, right? Allow yourself, you know, if you truly want to change your life, you have to be able to understand that there are some things that you might have to let go of. You know, sometimes friends are going to want to hang out with you. Sometimes people are going to need your attention for certain things, you know, and I'm not saying to disregard all those people, but what I am saying to do is to put up boundaries for yourself. You know, really think about if you really want to hang out with that friend or not. You know, what is it that you want to do in your own life, right? Because we have to sacrifice things in our life in order to reap the benefits of success, right? There are just certain things that we have to sacrifice, you know, and hanging out with friends a lot of the times could be one of them, right? Engaging with certain family members for an extended period of time, you might want to cut that down. You know, you might want to limit the amount of time that you spend with a certain family member, unless it's someone who, you know, adds value in your life, right? And, you know, I'm not saying to just disregard everybody completely, but what I am saying is that, you know, like I said before, you're going to need to put up some of those boundaries, and that's what's important in order to change your life, is that you're aware of some of the things that might be holding you back. You know, what does your dream life look like, right? Visualize, you know, close your eyes and picture what your dream life looks like. What is your house? You know, what house are you living in? What's in your fridge, right? What kind of decorations do you have set up? Picture it in fine detail. And what do you want to do every single day for the rest of your life? You know, there's a multitude of different options, but you know, and if you don't know, meditate on it, right? Sit with yourself, sit in the sun, right? And be patient, practice stillness, because in this stillness you will be able to find clarity in your life, and you'll be able to understand what you actually want out of your life and what you want to do in this life. Everybody's life is different, but at the same time, everybody can get to where they want to be with manifestation, right? And there are 3 certain components that make up manifestation. Vision, right? You have to be able to visualize how you want your life to look like. The second one is belief. You have to have a strong belief system. And in order to develop a strong belief system, you're gonna have to let go of some of these negative belief systems that you might already have, right? Whenever I did this, it changed the game for me. It made it to where my life completely changed. You know, the third thing is action, right? You have to take action towards your goals. And, you know, the last little tidbit that I want to leave you guys with is that, you know, my life is completely, you know, has completely changed from about 2 years ago. Yeah, almost 2.5 years ago, right? If you don't know, 2.5 years ago, I realized what I wanted out of my life. You know, I had a spiritual awakening. And that was when I realized that what I actually wanted to do in my life, you know what I mean? And it is to inspire people and to educate people on how they can live theirs, you know what I mean? And my life today is, you know, beautiful, right? Everything goes my way because I believe in myself, you know what I mean? It's all about perception. You know, the moment you view yourself as worthy of love and as worthy of success, you start to gain confidence, right? And because you start to gain confidence, you start to radiate positive energy. And this positive energy is gonna make a lot of people want to help you out, you know, want to do things for you because you are helping other people out, right? And, you know, it's really funny because I literally live a different life than all of my other coworkers. Like, there will be like a couple like customers that come in that are very rude, but I won't experience any negative customers. You know, that's not to say that I haven't ever, but I'm just saying, like, you know, it's just your life will look completely different depending on how you view yourself and how you view your life in general, right? And so I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I really hope you guys can gain value from this video, because I believe that you have the ability to change your life, and I believe that you can manifest success for yourself, right? And it's gonna look different, right? Not everyone's gonna be the same, but that is what makes us unique. And so thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or if you have any future video recommendations for me, feel free to let me know down in the comment section below. You know, I'm gaining subscribers pretty rapidly, and so if you want me to take in your suggestions, feel free to comment them down below before I end up getting really big and I might not see your comment eventually. So feel free to let me know down in the comment section, or if you want to say hi, you can always DM me on Instagram. My DMs are open at Noah'sArk. It should be down here. With all that being said, my friends, have a wonderful afternoon, morning, or night wherever you're at. And peace, love, and happiness. Mwah.